Guys, how are we? The transfer portal marketplace is still occurring, and it still is fluctuating. The transfer portal still rolls on. And today, we have Walker White. Walker White. He's a quarterback who played at Little Rock Christian School. Very nice Christian school right outside of Little Rock. And then he decided to go to Auburn. He's one of the highest rated quarterbacks in the 2024 class. He was a true freshman at Auburn. Now, throughout the year, Hank Brown, who's a quarterback who played at Trent Dilfer's school in Nashville, Tennessee at Lipscomb Academy, he was the guy who took the second team reps here. And so Auburn had a full year of Walker White, and there are reports that he wanted to maybe transfer back to Arkansas, like maybe Arkansas State in Jonesboro, or maybe go to Fayetteville, Arkansas. However, those reports, frankly, I don't know if it makes a lot of sense because now he's going to Waco, Texas. So apparently now, when we look at Auburn, they went out there and they got Jackson Arnold, and they also got Ashton Daniels. They also got a true freshman phenom quarterback, Deuce Knight, but we said the same thing about Walker White, that Walker can be a phenom quarterback. Now, my questions with Walker were a little bit inconsistent in terms of accuracy. That throwing motion at times can get a little bit elbowy. Like at times he could be inaccurate because his elbow slot, he a lot of times it's a wide elbow throwing motion that can create some inaccuracies. So for Walker White as well, he was going to maybe get developed with Hugh Freeze in Auburn, but I think you could see the writing on the wall that Auburn wasn't in love with Walker White, and Walker White didn't love what he saw at Auburn. Now, ironically, Baylor, let's just say not even a year ago, but let's just say 2 months ago, like after the first 4 games, we were saying Baylor's going to have a new football coach. But Dave Aranda found the fountain of Spavital. Right there near the Brazos River was the fountain of Spavital, a West Texas fountain of beautiful offense. A guy who was one day with Cliff Kingsbury and dipping his paint palette into the Cliff Kingsbury, Johnny Manziel experience. This guy Spavital Jake Spavital, the young hotshot offensive coordinator, went then to Texas State. And there he had to be a head coach. Tough place to win in San Marcos, Texas. Didn't do it that well. But then he went to Cal. He went all the way from Texas to a place that's very different, Cal Berkeley. And what did he do there? He put together great offenses. And then Dave Aranda's like, hey, I need help. I'm drowning in the Brazos River over here. They've forgotten all about my championships, all about the Big 12 championships. Those days could have been in the Stone Ages. Jeff Grimes, this coordinator from BYU that was with Zach Wilson, it's not working so well around here. So, Jake, come on over. Hey, Sawyer Robinson, come back to Texas from Mississippi State. Those two guys end up coming back to Baylor, and guess what? They save Dave Aranda. They say, we got you, Dave Aranda. And they put him up, and then he's celebrating. He's raising the roof because Jake Spavital and Sawyer Robinson have made Baylor football really, really fun. And they've done it. So Jake Spavital, the fountain of Spavital, the fountain of Texas football, offensive, air raid, harmony and success, is back in Waco, Texas. And now Walker White wants a little bit of that magic. A little bit of the pixie dust of Spavital magic. Now, what's interesting is that Sawyer Robertson, I believe that he might be a redshirt sophomore, or he might even be a junior, so he will be back next year. So Walker White is still young. Walker White is still going to be a redshirt there. And now I think it's interesting because Walker's now totally next in line at Baylor. after Robertson has about one more year. Now, if Robertson has 2 more years, then spaghetti-o. Robertson's probably going to be the guy. If he has 2 more years after this, oh man, then Walker White's going to have to find probably a new location again. But it's interesting that Walker White, I mean, let me think of another program. Like, look at Miami. How come Miami wouldn't be interested in Walker White in a 4-star quarterback? What is it that the insiders know? Do they have Auburn football practices? I mean, what is it that people know about Walker White? Because this guy played like a big Derek Carr. This is a 4-star quarterback. This is someone who I said is a 93 level quarterback and somebody who I thought would get on the field last year. This is somebody that at Little Rock Christian that was absolutely slinging that rock. So I think that he can tear it up in Waco, Texas. I think that this can be a really, really good commit. I'm a little surprised that like Wake Forest or Jake Dickert or some of these other programs, they were probably after him, but Baylor's a terrific school. And academically and the fit-wise at Baylor, at that prestigious private Christian university, I think is appealing to Walker White. Is the culture of Baylor, the location of Baylor, the school is actually really appealing. Like those values are appealing to this particular transfer. Now, a lot of times in the portal, people want to know, where can I play? What's the most money I can make? I think Walker White, I'm not saying it's better or worse. He kind of took more of an approach of I want to see where I could go to school and where I can be happy, and I can't blame him for that at all. So, folks, it is interesting. Baylor and Walker White, a new young quarterback, Dave Aranda now, Jake Spavital. I would stay at Baylor. I'd be happy at Baylor if you're Jake Spavital, because now you get to call offense. You're out there dialing it up. It's fun. Football is fun now for Jake. I think he's finally found a place that not only he likes to call home, but also a place football-wise that can also be very successful.